I'm inclined to say that Bone Razor Minions, great game. I'm having a lot of fun. Some people might take this as an insult. I don't mean it this way. It's very easy to play. You need some games like that. I'm all about, like, less complicated games. I'm not against the complicated game, but the idea that, like... I mean, no, this is not a take that's gonna make me, like, too popular. We're going full explosive team, I guess. I even think, like, AAA games are too popular. I think they become so popular... It's not popular, sorry. I think they become too complicated. Too complicated. I think they're over-designed in order to justify the purchase price, because you can advertise that they've got, like... 100 different systems in them that are largely irrelevant to the actual gameplay. I would kill for like a smaller gameplay loop, and then, you know, you could also like lower the price by $30 at that point, but whatever. So true. Whatever happened to just rolling some dice and then betting on whether it's going to be even or odd? Then all of a sudden, I mean, you know what? Now that I think about it, I also like being able to make the bet and then change the value of one of your dice, or to re-roll a dice again, or to replace a D6 with a D4. Not that I guess that would matter for evens or odds, but what I don't like is, hey, you've slayed 17 goblins. Here's a ledger itemized list of 17 different resources that you got. Oh, you're 4 of every resource, 2 little to be able to upgrade your sword to a sword +1 that does 0.75% extra damage to this one specific enemy type in this one specific biome when it's also a leap year. Like, that's the stuff I don't love. Like, I mean, I hope this isn't a rude awakening for anybody. There's no shot I'm playing Diablo 4. And it's not because I have principles. Because I played Overwatch 2. Obviously, my principles are viable. But the main thing that pisses me off about playing Diablo is that, like, 99.9% of the loot that drops is functionally worthless. It only exists to either clutter up your inventory or be sold to eventually feed into buying a piece of loot that's better. Or that you get that 0.1% of loot that's better, but it's like literally 5% better. Just it's a damn grind. That's why, like, and again, like, I'm just addicted to takes that I know are gonna be unpopular. That's why, like, if I'm gonna play a AAA game, I would rather play like Call of Duty than play, I don't know, like a 7 out of 10 Ubisoft action RPG. At least I know in Call of Duty, the game is basically this. Tick, tick, all right, lads, let's go out. Like, it's a gussied up way of clicking on enemies, you know? As soon as I find myself having and there's exceptions like Factorio, Rimworld, I'm assuming Dwarf Fortress is in here, you know, Prison Architect, etc., etc. But, like, as soon as I find myself, like, Google, how do I add a star catcher gem to my Kyber crystal lightsaber? I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Otherwise, like, my ass would rather play Tetris, honestly. Check out other places in the overworld. Listen, with all due respect, you should consider yourself lucky I'm actually interfacing with the meta layer. Everything, like every instinct in my body is just, as soon as you die, just run it back and run out into the graveyard and play better. The fact that I'm interfacing with one of the complicated aspects of the game is like, that's progress for me. People are like, go talk to the architect, go to the overworld, go do that. That's all gonna have to come in time, okay? Take it bit by bit. You played Midnight Suns? Yeah, Midnight Suns was like, I mean, it's less complicated than a lot of games. It just has the curse of looking extremely boring. But as far as games go, it wasn't like that complicated. There was just like, you know, there's like, listen, there were a lot of things to do, but everything that you did basically was just like, go talk to this person and then like click a button on them, and then they would give you like rewards. I still think, like, you know, and again, I don't think society's quite ready for this take, but they're more ready for it now than they were in December. I think Midnight Suns is destined to be like one of the most underrated games of this generation. That doesn't mean it's a 10 out of 10 for everybody, but I think it's one of the games where, like, a lot of people who would actually like it will never play it. And as a result, its legacy will build slowly. Maybe it'll never reach like a head, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't understand why people have such a chip on their shoulder about the game, especially now that we've finished it, so they're not like being bored while watching it, but I think it's a very good game. I played through Life is Strange and I couldn't get through the dialogue in Midnight Suns. You don't have to get through the dialogue in Midnight Suns. Unlike Life is Strange, there's an actual game that the dialogue is draped over top of. You could just skip it and then get to, you know, slinging some cards out there as Iron Man. Hello and welcome to my shop. Would you like to buy some caterpillar bread? It's made with real caterpillars. Half the internet be like, I just met the caterpillar shop salesman. Toby Fox, you sly son of a bitch, you've done it again. Also, everyone in Midnight Suns is cheeked the F up. That is true.